Man, I keep looking for something interesting, chat, to play. I can't find it. Like, I was thinking maybe it's Dragon Link. Number one, I don't know if I'm smart enough to play it. And number two, actually that's probably just it, right? Let's see. Play my deck, says Killer Jetstorm. Play Bird Up. Bird Up. I just don't understand how you expect to be Virtual World with Bird Up ever. This was the video that I watched.
I'm Giovanni.
Also, let me pause for a second. I'm also starting to come to the conclusion, chat. Is it me, or is every good Yu-Gi-Oh player like European or have a weird accent? Like every single one of them is just like got some weird French or freaking European accent.
On the Only Team channel, and today I'm going to show my.
It makes me feel like weird, dude.
So this is the account I
seriously. Every Jesse Cotton, he's Canadian though. We can't even like super claim him. Yes, Jesse Cotton right now is the Great White Hope, but he's technically Canadian. Where is the American player? That's all I'm asking. Seriously, is Aaron Furman like? Did he quit? Is he washed? What's going on? Don't give me some random guy who like topped the LCS, which doesn't even fucking count or something. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, bro, DB Grinder, fucking save us. Fucking save us. Every fucking video or all these players chat, they all fucking sound like this.
In fact, Chamber.
They're all like, okay, so I'm #1 on Dueling Book and I play the Infernoble deck. And I'm just like, oh my god, seriously, what is going on? Every freaking great player right now in Yu-Gi-Oh chat is like some freaking weird French guy or some freaking weird Irish or British guy. Like, why are all the Europeans clapping us so hard? There's like no great European or there's like no great American player right now. They're on hiatus or in in Duelist Academy helping players. All I know is we need some damn good American players, chat, because it didn't used to be like this. Because all UA players take LCS seriously. That could be true, but all I know is right now in the Yu-Gi-Oh, like even if you look at Dueling Book and you consider Dueling Book like a decent representation of like good players. So like who are like the top players on Dueling Book? If you guys don't know, so this is I think it's the illusory gentleman. Like this guy's like usually top 2 on Dueling Book. And he plays Dragon Link, and obviously he's like French or something. Nesh is also super French. Now this is, I believe, Trishula TV. So that's cool, but I mean, yeah. I mean, maybe Trishul, maybe Trish, maybe Mike, maybe he's the Great White Hope, chat. You know, Flaming Ice, probably like French. All the great players like fucking French now, somehow. Let's run it. We can make a comeback. And also just realized, level 1 Mage is gonna ruin this game for me, chat. I'm gonna play P5 Royal and have like no new music because I'm like, oh, heard that on stream, heard that on stream, heard that on stream. There's gonna be nothing new in this game for me. Thank you very much, level 1 Mage. Gonna ruin the game for me. Flaming Ice is frozen on Dueling Book for cheating. Who would cheat on Dueling Book? Unless he's sharking. That I kind of get. DB apparently credible now. For how good you are in 2021, but LCS does it. Do you want me to tell you? Look. You guys know I love Jabril. That's the homie right there. I watched Jabril's video on MST TV, chat. I was disappointed. Maybe I'm being too critical, but in Jabril's video, I believe. So it was like 9 rounds, chat? He got 2, they started with 2 buys, so that's just wins. So they only played 7 rounds, so 9 rounds doesn't exist. And then he personally, I believe, went like 3-4 or 4-3, yet ended first in Swiss. So you went 4-3, but ended first in Swiss, and that's a top. Like, what? Am I the only one who's like, what? You go 4-3 at a 9-round event, and yet you got a premier top? Like, no, that's not a top. This is what I mean by like the Zoomer age of like, the Zoomers would be like, that's a top, dude. Like, no, it's not. Like, my regional tops are like better than those. That happened in actual events. I don't think anytime if you can get buys, I basically don't count the. That's why I low key chat don't even count. What were the events? The one that DZ topped. I don't even like those. If you can get buys at an event, it's not like a real top. And for those of you guys who think I'm being top, I love Jabril. Jabril's the homie, chat. Like, we went to a regionals together. I love Jabril. But like, just that thing, I thought Jabril went like undefeated or something. Hold on, I could be wrong about that, but look, we can find out. We can find out like right now. Oops, hold on.
All right, guys, this is Tom Box. I'm at my locals.
Shout outs to Tom Box, chat. Actually wearing a mask over his nose.
Looks 4, and then access code.
Yeah, Jabril's the homie, chat. I've been to his bakery before. Because his team name is, I think, Uncle Jib's Bakeries. I've been to that bakery before. All right, so hold on. Just this part. Now, granted, it's a 3v3, but like, you guys get what I'm saying.
So let's do the round to round, because this is your
UDS champion bias counts. They worked. Yeah, that's why I would like not. That's why I don't really consider like UDS like real. Like, a UDS ain't a YCS. I don't care who plays at it. If you can show up and like get 2 free wins, like it's diluted, dude. It's just like not real.
Performance here. You hit a top 16. So what were the rounds like?
I've been to this actual bakery.
So we had a 2-round bye. Shout out to Mike.
8 rounds of Swiss and you get 2 free wins.
Round 3, I played against
like what?
Paul Cooper.
Like, I don't know.
Also playing at Emancipators.
Did he give you free food? I was picking up an order.
LCS at
but
the time
no,
being.
But no, that's unfortunate.
We played the Rock Mirror.
Should have gave me more.
They should have gave me free food feature match.
But no.
And I won 2-0. I lost the die roll, but I was.
Did you guys not just? Did you guys like just not see this video?
Round
I watched
4,
it.
I played against a friend of mine's, JJ. Shout out to him. You know who you are. He played Virtual Worlds. I won the die roll. That was my only die roll win the entire weekend. He played Virtual Worlds. We took it to game 3, but I was able to push out the win.
Yep.
Round 5, I played against Drytrons.
Was that the kid who went for Barbar for game?
But because of Psycho Reader and roll in game 3, I was able to win. Round 6.
Okay. At this point, I was like, all right, Jib. I was like, Jabril got 2 free wins. I was like, that's kind of Kappa. But then I was like, all right. But then he won 3 in a row. I was like, all right, he's 3 in a row. And I just assumed because he finished like first in Swiss and he said he went like 8-0 or the team went. I assumed that he just like won out. And I was like, oh shit, Jib just slapped everybody around. And then he got unlucky in top 16. Like, that actually is kind of a thing that happens a lot, chat. If you go way back to like the old days of Yu-Gi-Oh, a lot of times, like, a player who goes undefeated in Swiss ends up losing in top 16. Like, it's just a weird thing. It happens a lot. You can go back to the Infernoid or the Volcanic dude who went like 10-0 at that South Carolina YCS and then end up. It's just like it's like a curse, honestly. Like, if you go undefeated in Swiss, you usually lose.
Last round of day 1, I played against Ryan Yu and Nesh's team, and I lost to June. Shout out to them.
Okay, so he's 3. He lost to Dinosaurs. He's 3-1.
They're friends of mine personally, and they did great. They also made the top cut. He played Dinosaurs, and I missed Lethal game 2 because obviously it's a 3v3. So I'm like helping coach because I have a lot of experience.
Understandable,
with
but still a loss.
Developed that deck early on, so I was helping one of my teammates, and I missed Lethal, and he top decked Pankertrops, and yeah.
And he is actually right about that. Jabril was on Virtual World like when people were still calling it bad. When people like Simo were still like, yeah, it's rogue. Like, he actually was like, nah, this deck's fucking nuts. I don't think he didn't know that it was just VFD Turbo. At least I don't think so. He was still doing like Utopia stuff. Maybe that was just going second, but Yeah, he was on just that like
attacked over 3 material after losing and
anyways,
just broke my board, and I couldn't come back from that. So, but we still was able to win the match.
Maybe I lost
personally.
He called
but then my teammates I helped coach, and we were able to win. At this point, like, we're undefeated. We finished day one, I think second after Swiss. We were 6-0. Day two, I played against Virtual World, Gary Gamer. His team also topped. I lost round 7. Game 2.
Okay, again, chat. Keep this in mind. Jabril is now 3-2. 3-2. These say victories. But he says I lost. That means his team won. So he's 3-2 at this point. Like, you can count these as wins if you want. I don't count them as wins because you didn't play anybody.
Drew Panker Drops, Desires, like Gamma, like 8 match because he knew what I lost it and he was able to break Gamma, like everything. Like, it was just like very insane, and he was able to break through. And then round 8, I played against another Virtual World, lost to Daryl again, and I did lose that match.
That's all I'm saying, chat. I'm not throwing shade at anybody, but you go to an event, you go 3-3, and that's a and you top, like, bro, 3-3. I've played regionals, chat, where I started out like 5-0 and didn't top. Like, 3-3 is a top. I just kind of feel like that's the new age of like Zoomers. They think like, yo, this is top. Like, no, it's not. Like, no, it's not. Jabril is the Danny Green. No, Jabril's an excellent duelist. To me, it's not even just 3-3. It's that it's only 8 rounds, which is just a regional, chat. Like, to me, yeah, Aaron Furman did that at an event. He went like 1-9 or something like that. I get what Sells is saying. Sells is saying that like 3v3s don't matter at all. But like, it's only an 8-round event. You got 2 rounds free. Even if you go 6-0, I don't really think that's very impressive because people do that at regionals all the time. People go 8-0 at regionals. To me, when 8 rounds is just a regional, chat. Now, when you start getting into 10 rounds, that's YCS. And that's why when I hear, who was saying like, oh, it's like a YCS. Like, there was some YouTuber that kept saying an LCS is like a YCS or something like, it's not a YCS. Like, when you get to round 9 and 10, chat, there are no bad players. All the bad players are fucking dropped. That's 2 more rounds that you have to win. And it's a big difference, especially maybe not now because Yu-Gi-Oh's so die rolly, but like back before Yu-Gi-Oh! Grinder. Yeah, I think it was Grinder who said, yeah, it's like a white. Like, no, it's the fuck this. How is this different than a regional? It's 8 rounds. 8 rounds is like not that big. Every regional I go to in North Carolina is 9 rounds now, chat. Like, what? So this is an event that's smaller than a regional, yet has twice the top cut. And you can get 2 rounds free. It's not a YCS. Stop.
Because he knew what I was. And
I'm not even just being a boomer. Like, we gotta stop trying to compare all of these events to like YCSs. Like, ain't nothing a YCS unless it's a YCS. Cause like, seriously, yeah, LA Regional says 10 rounds. And again, when you're in round 9 and 10, it's you're only playing against meta decks, or you're playing against like really obscure stun decks, or decks that are like super anti-meta and designed specifically to fucking beat your deck. And then on top of that, you have to deal with like fatigue and stuff. Technically, these guys didn't have to show up until round 3, so it was the opposite. So like, I'm not a fan of buys, chat, in Yu-Gi-Oh, like, ever. Barrier statues. Hey, I went 7-2 with that deck, chat. 7-2 with fucking barrier statues. Like, y'all, honestly, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, chat. That's fucking impressive. 7-2 with fucking barrier statues. This is the one downside, chat, to drinking all this water. I constantly have to pee. Didn't I tell you guys, chat, that I used to have to I used to do this when working at Walmart, and on like an average day, I used to go to the bathroom like 10 times. I would drink a full gallon in an 8-hour day, and I'd have to constantly pee. That was the only downside. I looked so good though. I looked so good. I was wearing like size 30 pants, extra small shirts, but yeah, the problem was I had to pee constantly. And don't you guys go to Jabril and be like, oh, Cap said blah blah blah, you're the worst. No, I'm not saying Jabril. Jabril's great. I know that. All I'm saying is, like, I don't consider that performance to be the equivalent of a top. Even if someone, this is I'll put it like this, chat. Even if it was a regular LCS 1v1 and someone would have went 5-1 and had 2 buys, like, I don't think that that's impressive. And lost in like top, like, that's not, is that impressive, chat? Going 5-1 and losing in top 16, is that impressive? You guys just tell me, because I think it's not. Going 5-2, because that would be like your ultimate record, is not impressive. You know what I mean? Like, I do that at regionals all the time. It is for, I mean, maybe for Smash, but if you start out with 2 buys at an 8-round event, you go 5-1, that's not really impressive. And then you lose in top 16, so technically 5, that's not very impressive. Now, if you turn that 5-2 into like a 7 or 8-2, then it's impressive. It's basically a CapG tourney. That's all I'm saying. Like, it's just a CapG tourney at that point. And unless Konami changes it to where they start allowing buys at YCSs, like, the YCS is going to stay prestigious because of that.
What a beautiful chocolate man! Beautiful! Oh my god!
I am a beautiful chocolate man. Thank you very much, Lion Kingdom. All right, Cap is going to pee, and then we gotta watch the Gundam show. We were supposed to. Man, I don't know, chat. I feel like is it me or do these streams feel like they've been getting shorter, chat? Maybe it's because I'm like having more fun or something, but every time I even start realizing all this stuff that we didn't do, it's already like 1:30, and I'm like, hold on. I wanted to talk about the ban list, didn't do that. I wanted to get like a certified bona fide hit video idea, didn't do that. I mean, we did talk about video ideas, so that is something. Cap enjoys streaming, yeah. I just noticed and then at the end of the stream, I always think, like, probably 2 hours from now, chat, I'll be like, damn, I must have fucked up. Did I just not even bring, I'm like, dude, where did 6 hours go? Serious, there'll be points on the stream at the beginning where I'm like, man, there's no one fucking here, and there's no one here, and this is gonna be a terrible stream. And then we get the train moving, and the stream becomes active. I don't know. Maybe that's. I think that's just you guys helping. I think it's because I have a very active Twitch chat. I think that's the main reason. I mean, for the most part of the stream, the Twitch chat is very active, so it keeps me engaged. And then I look down and I'm like, all right, yeah. The first half an hour of the stream was like really slow usually, or maybe the first hour of the stream is slow. But then from like hour 1 to like hour 5, it feels like it just vanishes, man. You know what I mean? BP chat, new place to get ideas. That's how I feel, chat. I feel like the first hour of our stream is kind of slow. The last 30 minutes is kind of slow. But then I feel like everything in between is just like boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? Like an action movie. So it's because I need stuff for my highlight. Do not post that damn sex thing, Spy Fox. I will legit copyright strike you. All the other cringe shit that we do, you can post it, but don't post that. Too cringe. Don't they have buys for YCSs? I don't think so. No, Sales, I don't think there's anything you can do. Like, even if you win, you do get buys. Do you? Oh, hold on. No. Yeah. Okay. But this is only for UDSs, or this is only for UDS champions. So like, this isn't. it's not big enough because there's not even, how many UDS champions do we even have? Like fucking like 4 or something like that, 5. There's less than like 20 of them in existence. So the point that I'm making is there aren't enough of these guys to where it's like the whole thing is like dragged down. But with like the LCSs, it is like a whole team gets 3 buys, like nah, or gets 2 buys. Yeah, there's only 6. Like this is only applicable for 6 people on the planet. You know what I mean? So like everybody else has to just earn it the hard way. You know what I mean? Like Xi Jinping and that one white dude with the glasses who played Sky Striker. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's only like 6 people. There's only like 6 of them. So like yeah, if you top a YCS, 99% likely you're doing it the hard way. Jesse, yeah, I think Jesse Cotton probably has it too. I think maybe even Furman. I think Furman might even have it too as well, chat. If I was just guessing, I think Furman might even have it.